pushing the button no matter what's going on. Okay, now the light's weird right here because we're not sitting back.
Yeah.
So
That's not life.
I made the decision earlier today to pull the recliner and the cushions out into the gravelly area and hose them down with vinegar water because the cats are a mess. The cats were driving me nuts with their little messies. That and I dumped my coffee all over myself this morning while I was sitting in my chair. So that kind of pushed it. And I don't know about you guys, but I put a lot of milk in my coffee. So, but
They
yeah,
smell it and they're like,
this is like super. I was editing and I literally set it on the table here that I've got the computer on, missed the table, dumped it in my lap. That's what happened. So they're still on a commercial, so it still looks like they're waiting. Skip.
what commercials did you guys get? I got one about pills.
It goes based on what you search for.
I think it was vitamins or something.
Yeah, that's probably why. So we are still at 20 cats. Okay, update on the truck. I got an update today. So it is the DEF sensor, and it's a bunch of codes
You just got told to drink it, not wear it.
related to the DEF sensor. It is officially $2,200 to fix, and I hope the air conditioner is not too loud, but we will die if it gets turned off. So I'm just saying.
No one knows how to spell my name.
It's because it's spelled different than most people spell it, Kira. So anyway, back to the truck. It is going in to get fixed, and I should have it back by the 21st. So that's what I was told this morning. So there's that update. Now, let's see what I'm missing. Drink it, don't wear it. I know, right? Hi, Colleen. We was just thinking of you. We have new chickens. Oh, you have new chickens.
Nice.
We need to come over, but I don't have a truck. So once my truck's fixed, we'll come over. Hi, Jim. Hi, Susan. AC is not too loud. Oh, thank you. Good. So yeah, we're gonna do stuff to it, but I can't tell you what it is. It's not legal yet. But it was the cheapest way to fix it. It was actually going to be more if they had to go in there and replace the sensor and do a whole bunch of other stuff to it. It was actually going to be like $3,800. So we went with the least expensive way to fix it. And like it's expensive. Like it's ridiculous. And it also lessens the life of your engine, your diesel engine. So I hope that they get everything passed and we can have these all taken out of our vehicles. That would be great. So the kit to fix it, KJ, is $1,500. So yeah, that's just the parts, not counting the work. And then there was some other stuff that had to go on or whatever. So that is happening as soon as the parts come in. Definitely welcome to come over. Love to see what we have done with property. I cannot wait. You guys do such good stuff, and it is always so beautiful, and I want to see it. KJ. So, we got up this morning. So yesterday we worked, and I think we got heat exhaustion. A very mild touch of heat exhaustion. And honestly, we only worked like 3 hours. So we work over at the watershed until the sun hits that particular area, and then we got to get out of there because it's miserable over there. And that's the problem with where Kira's room is that big window. we put that window on the end because that's where Kim wanted it, and I didn't like work through the southern sun coming directly into that. I wanted to face it forward, and then she talked me into putting it on the end because of like the bed, different places for the bed, and maybe some shelves or whatever. Thinking that would give more room to that room, but it's a 7x7 room. Like there's no room to that room. It does not matter. But now what's happened is that southern sun comes in that window, and it actually in the summertime it's up over the trees, so it is directly into that window. So that room turns into a sauna. Now it would be nice if it did that in the wintertime, and then we can reuse that heat throughout the house, but it does not.
And I don't know
The
how
sun's lower.
a slow cooked turkey is made.
You like roll around in bed, you're a rotisserie. So this watershed is actually going to block that window, so the light will still come in, which will be very nice, but it won't be direct sun in that. So
I'm still working on it.
she has some blackout curtains. Kelly gave her some curtains, but they're too short, and they're not. It's a big window. It's like almost that whole end wall. So it still peeks around, and it's not enough. And we haven't bought any. And to be honest with you, because I don't go back there, it's out of sight, out of mind. And if I don't get reminded every time we go to the store until we buy them, then I will absolutely forget every single time because it's out of sight, out of mind for me. So
Yeah, and I forget because it's like alternatives. What do I got?
Right.
So I put a tarp over it when it was supposed to rain, and I haven't taken it down.
Well,
because
so I
it's
said,
so nice.
because it does. I haven't finished getting everything.
Mary.
I haven't finished getting everything sealed, so it does sometimes leak. And so I just put one of those clear plastic. It's like a greenhouse cover over that, and I hang it over, and then it's fine.
Hi, Nancy.
Well, so I told Kira, hey, it's gonna rain. Go put that tarp up, or go put that plastic up over the side. And she found a tarp and was like, I'm putting this here. And it like blacked out the whole room. There's no light coming into the room now. And she's like, I'm good with that.
I was like,
Hi, Mary. Hi, Nancy.
I walked in, I was like, I can live with this.
Vicki, I totally agree. You need shutters for the outside windows. I 100% agree. I would love to have shutters. In fact, so it's not going to be long that this pass through into the RV is going to be taken down. In fact, probably this next week. And so that's going to bust a lot of light coming in on this side and also kind of heat it up. And the kittens, I had the curtains that were going up there, which are these curtains. And the kittens have turned them into toys and shredded them. And I don't know what they actually look like now. But we are going to, I pulled them outside. I'm going to soak them, clean them all up. Hopefully I can put them up. But what I really want to do is a big sliding barn door that goes in front of it, or it slides off to the side, so it kind of breaks up the black a little bit when you're looking at the building. And then I honestly would like to do it with these two small windows, because this window right next across from the bathroom, again, in that 4 or 5 o'clock, I guess it's like 3, the sun's beating right into that window, and it's
Like by
friggin'
4,
hot.
I start waking up because it gets hot.
It gets so hot, yeah, and it so we cover that. But I would really like to have
Yes, the barn door.
the barn door slide into it. So I would love to do that. I think it would be really pretty, and we could paint it like the teal and add some neat little decorations or whatever on it with the paint. I also have a friend who is an artist, and I kind of talked to her about painting a big giant moose on it. So I don't know. We'll see if that ever happens. But right now I'm just kind of thinking teal, maybe do some Native American type art on it or whatever. Kind of like my blanket. It's upstairs that Caitlin's mom got her. So talking about them, the boys may be back tonight at midnight. So we may get to see them tomorrow. You can build the doors. You can just get the hardware. That's what I'm thinking. That's absolutely what I'm thinking. And then it does a couple of things. So it'll block the sun, which will be really nice, but also it'll help insulate it in the winter. So I can open it just a little bit and let some natural light come in. But I pretty much kept these closed all winter because of the cold.
Yeah. Apparently, KJ said her cats use their curtains as climbing equipment.
No, she said, of course, the curtains, with curtains, the cats use them as climbing. She doesn't have cats. Yeah, they think it's a good time. In fact, we only have these curtains down now when we're doing lives. Otherwise, they're rolled all the way up and stuck up top. So you can build the doors. You can just do that. Oh, I already read that. Yes, that's the plan. Colleen says, I love barn doors. We have no place for them in our house. They're so cool looking. I mean, it would have to be on the outside. I would not be able to have them on the inside, really anywhere. So they would have to be on the outside. But that's kind of been the long-term plan, to do that and block that out, because of now it's quite shaded in the front yard. But there's a time frame when that sun's going down and it will be blaring right inside here. So I think they would look really pretty too. I think it would look really nice. So we got up this morning and we made the decision that we were not going to work on the deck, but we started cleaning up. So we had pulled down the old goat barn, pulled all the plywood off of it and all the wood off of it. The roof and stuff frame of the carport is still up there for the pigs right now. And so we cleaned all that up. We just kind of cleaned up that area. Of course, the plan this month was to almost do a daily dump run. Just kind of park the truck and throw things in it and then run off to the dump every day until everything that needs to go is gone. And then the truck dies. So we now kind of have a big pile of stuff. We've just been putting it to one spot so that once the truck gets back, we can start tossing stuff in it and start making those dump runs and clean up. But it's kind of nice, that area now. I didn't get to spread my big pile of dirt. KJ, I have a gerbil. A lot easier to maintain, provided you don't give yourself a mild concussion by not ensuring the lid is open all the way. Not that I would ever do that. And if you had 20 of them, it'd be a lot easier to take care of them than 20 cats.
I'm not going to lie, I literally thought that said gerbil, not gerbil.
Oh, Vicky. So KJ, your nickname is either Lumpy or Bumpy. So the cats have, Colleen, if you know anybody local that wants a kitten, we have some. We have enough for everybody. Big scrape is all. So, basically the cats are on a schedule. When I get up in the morning, they all want to go out, and they go out and they go potty. It's actually kind of fantastic. Because they're starting to hold it to go to the bathroom outside. And then, right around between noon and 1, they're ready to come in for their snack and their nap. And they've been bringing themselves in, except for one, right? She came in today. She's been in all day.
Yeah, Brennan's babies are all like, we're gonna stay up here and play.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep in the shower stall. Yeah. So those you have to grab and bring in. But we bring them all in for lunch and a nap, and then they all come in right before it gets dark, and they get some canned food and some stuff. But
Brennan's babies are still learning the coming call, because they're like, doo-doo, we're all good. Still playing, I gotta go chase them. Chatty Cathy is starting to learn that call means treats.
yeah.
So, because she was like the hardest one to capture, because she'd be like, I'm a wild child. And start climbing trees and running from you and stuff.
I'm really anticipating the shed that we're putting up right now to go up, because it is going to be a cat house, a part cat house. Like, my washer and dryer will be in there. Of course, all the water stuff, the 1,000-gallon tank is underneath it. And then eventually the deck will connect everything. So right now you've got to go down and then go up to go in it. But next year we're working on decking the front so it'll connect everything together. And probably over to Kira's cabin is the hope, is to get that whole section all connected. And then I think you decided next year you're going to go out there. Go back to your room.
Yeah, because we're thinking of connecting the cat house thing to my room, so that way they could still come in and sleep if they want to sleep with people or stay in the patio. And I like that idea. I was like, I'm on it, I'm out, let's go.
So I'll move out, that's fine.
Yeah, so we have to go to Home Depot and find non-collapsible tubes that are big enough for the cats to go in.
Yeah, we're thinking about a tunnel system so
Yeah,
that they can tunnel into.
Yeah, they can go into here, or they can go into my room, and they'll be safe. Because then we could actually start storing the animal feed in there too. And that'll keep the mice and stuff in control too.
And it's just, this house is way too small, really, for 4 cats and 2 dogs. And we've got some that are very independent, and we got some that are very clingy, and we are still looking for homes for quite a few of them. But I'm not going to take them to the pound. I think it's our responsibility to find them homes and not the county's responsibility. Plus, they are full, so we can't take them there. So basically, at this point, we're crazy cat ladies. And I've been scrubbing the floor on my hands and knees since I got up from my nap with vinegar and a vinegar wash cleaning thing, because you guys can only imagine that cats are smelly.
Yeah.
So while you're litter box training them, once they're completely litter box trained, it's up to you to keep the litter box clean, and that's. The big litter box is kind of hard to do because it's in the pass through, and so that'll be nice to get them over there, and that litter box over there. Honestly, I would like to have them nap time in there so that the dogs get more freedom. Justin's fine; he loves them. They love him.
He doesn't know what to do with himself. He's like, oh my god, they're touching me.
He's it's totally fine.
Chloe, on the other hand, not so much.
KJ says, cat tunnels can be expensive. Building ones from wire mesh might be the best bet. Mary says, crazy cat ladies at Pesweekend Farms. Yes, that's exactly who we are now.
She is the crazy cat lady. I am the overly obsessed cat lady.
She really is. She is calming down, though, and she's doing a lot better. I mean, and they are...
Cat Weekend Farms.
Yeah. Oh, Cat Weekend Farms. That's funny. They are going past. Well, so Billy Bob Thornton went past the outhouse yesterday when I went down to hi Catherine, to my son's,
because I didn't know how to read that.
To walk down to my son's house. Hey Tanya, Heather, I use horse bedding pellets for kitty litter. Have you tried it? I did try it a really long time ago, and we'll probably end up switching over to it because it's a really good deal. It's a good price. I didn't know with these guys about starting them on that. I wanted actually something that had a heavy scent to it so that it would help mask some of the odor. I am super sensitive, to the smell. It really, really bothers me. I'm super sensitive to it. So I'm hoping with all cleaning everything with vinegar, is going to help them not want to go back to areas and have an accident. But I have tried those and they work really well. They work really well. So let me know if you guys have any questions about anything, because I'll just ramble on until the end. But so just ask me whatever you have a question about. It's totally fine. Tanya, it climates all the odor for me. Eliminates. That makes more sense. Eliminates makes more sense. When I used it, so I used to have a couple of big cats named Tom and Jerry that I adopted from a friend of mine who had a no-kill cat shelter. And they were big old fat old cats. And their owner had passed away. And so they lived with me for like about 3 years. But anyway, I used that with them. And they were some stinky boys. They were some really stinky boys. And it did a pretty good job with it. But I'm one of those that, like, when they go, I can smell it, and I usually walk in there and clean it up immediately. But with these guys, it's the never-ending story. Like, you can't have this many cats, and unless that's all you do is... That's why, since now that they get to go outside, it's really nice. And I do want to tell you, this is kind of funny. So I have the recliner out there, and I sprayed it all down, and I walked out there, and Brennan is sleeping in the recliner in the front yard. She's like, thanks, Mom. Moving the recliner out here. I'll probably get some. So we actually keep those horse pellets on hand because I use them in the composting toilet. So that's actually, we may start adding some of those and going to that, because it definitely would save some money because they are expensive. I think we're going to start doing some Instagram shorts and seeing if anybody wants to help donate, especially we have a lot of boys. How many girls do we have?
2.
So out of all of these babies, we have 2 females.
We did have 3, but one got adopted by her friend.
Yeah, so we had 3 total out of all the babies. So males are cheaper to neuter, so that's good. That's a lot better.
Yeah.
So Kara, how's Kai doing with all of this baby drama?
He is not very pleased. He doesn't mind him when he's outside, because he'll play with him a little bit when he's outside, but when he's inside, he's like, no, I hate you all, go away.
Thanks, KJ. Exactly. And we do a lot of fun things on our membership. I give you a weekly morning walkabout if we're working on something. If we're working on something, I do a walkabout. I update you daily on what we're doing, show you more of the animals, all of those kinds of things. We would appreciate it. Mary, there's not really a brand. There's not really a brand. I have found, though, so I had, at one point, I had mixed in some cedar chips, and those particular cats did not like it, and they wouldn't use it. But it's just a generic, I have it sitting out here. It's just like a generic bag. Walmart even sells them now of horse bedding.
Yeah.
And they're in little pellets, and they work really well.
I think it's funny, because I remember Ken, he had 2 different types of stall pellets. One smelled like pine, and the other one smelled, not like, it might have been cedar, but it could have been something else. And the horses did not like the other one. They preferred the pine. It was funny.
Well, so, like, if you're doing a search and rescue dog or any kind of dog that does scent retrievals or anything like that, you cannot use cedar. Mm-hmm. So I would imagine, because it messes with their sense of smell, so I would imagine that it bothered the horses. Horses are really sensitive.
That makes sense.
So that makes sense. I just buy the farm store about $8 for a 40-pound bag.
Yeah. He did use...
I don't know what it is at ours.
Yeah, when he needed to do a deep clean on one of the stalls, he would use cedar. That way it absorbed all the icky smells, and then once that was done, then he would clean it out again and then put the pine into the stall.
Gotcha.
It was super fun. I love working
There's
on this little
a
thing.
kitten pile up right at the base of the tripod. Right now. Cedar is strong. I love this. I love the smell of it. They smell like giant gerbils. If I'm not doing tracking training, which I used to do a lot of it, but I don't anymore, I love putting it in the dog yard, because then they smell like big giant gerbils, and it's fantastic. Chloe is angry. She's just more angry than she usually is about the whole cat situation, because she barely tolerated them before.
Yeah.
And now she's like, you've multiplied and taken over.
Yeah. Which is a little funny, because we gave her the opportunity to, like, mother and cuddle them, and now she's like, well.
Yeah, because as babies, she would lick them, and like little babies, she was all about them.
Yeah, and we never bothered her.
Speaking of babies, are, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but in other videos, I have been talking to Ginger the pig that she had better start giving up some babies or she's going to freezer camp. And yesterday she surprised us with 4 babies. It really wasn't a surprise. We kind of, okay, I have to, boop, I have to poke you, boop. The phone's ringing. So when I did the walkabout, she really had started looking like she was getting more milk. And then Kira went out there and was like, there's 3 babies. And then last night we decided to build her a pen because the babies were getting out of they can get through the big squares. And
they're like,
so
let's go roam.
Tanya says, I believe it's pine wood. It's great because it turns into sawdust. When urine hits it, so it absorbs all the smell. Yeah, it's nice. And it's not hard to clean either. And so then when we were putting up the fencing, I'm like, oh, this one got out. Now we had Kira had put them all in a crate, the 3 in a crate. And I'm like, oh, this one got out somehow. And then I look over and I'm like, no, she had 4. This one was hiding.
Yeah. It was the original black one because the one I picked up. Oh yeah, it was the original orange one. So I picked up 2 black ones and I was like, how did I miss that? Apparently I'm colorblind at night.
And then one that is a little bit red with more black on it.
Yeah.
And then this one is really red with a little bit of black. It looks just like Ginger, basically.
Yeah.
And they are so cute.
Yeah. And it's super funny. So I had to go and fix the pen she's in. So as I'm doing so, I noticed that one of the black ones, the black female, she has a split ear. And she goes, how did we miss that? I was like, I don't know, probably because her head's solid black and she lays her ears down so flat.
Sure. Well, I don't like to mess with them too much when Mama has just given birth. I look at them, make sure everybody is moving and seems to be alive and healthy, and then I leave them alone for a couple of days. And I don't even check sex, really, unless I'm helping them with birth. Then I'll check, but if I'm not, because I've actually... Potter is reaching into the dog crate, Justin is sleeping, and Potter is stuck his paw in and is like just resting his paw on Justin's head because he loves him. It's so cute. I wish you guys could see it. So anyway, I have a tendency to just leave him alone. I had a female that got really upset once because I was messing with her babies and she completely abandoned the litter. And this wasn't a pig, but so now I'm just super sensitive about it and I don't mess with them. Kira's like, there's 3 girls. I checked them all. Whatever. I'm like, yeah, she literally just had them. Like, give her a minute.
Yeah. Well, I only checked them after I was done feeding because she was up and feeding. I was like, okay. Whoop. I was like, okay, you're all girls.
So now we have 1 boy and 3 girls.
And the boy is so quiet. He goes, and you're just like, these girls are loud. You're just like all over your.
So when we put up the pig pen, it will be split in half. So the males can be on one side and females can be on the other. Because Big Pig, BP, immediately rebred her. Like, we had pushed her out so she could get water and get her. We didn't want to leave a bowl of water in there because Phoebe had babies drowned in the water bucket. So we were like, we'll just bring her water or let her out. She can get water. She can move around or whatever. And then he like immediately rebred her. I don't know if it took or not, but
I know, but don't know if it took.
The one good thing about pigs is pigs run really hot. And they actually do better in the wintertime than they do in the summer. So even the babies, like they do really well. So as long as we have a good bedding down, they can hunker down into the bedding and they pile up on each other so they'll stay warm. But they are very cute. They are very, very cute. And so Kuni Coons are not real big other than BP. He's a beast. I would say he weighs like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
He's full grown, completely as big as he's gonna be.
Yeah, Miss B, she was a size bigger than Ginger, but a size smaller than Big Pig.
Who's Miss B?
Miss B was the coon I took care of back over at Mom's place.
Okay, so that nobody knows that on in our life. I didn't even know who you were talking about. I was like, wait, we didn't have a Miss B.
Which is funny because
That's
I mention her all the time.
That's her. Well, because we're talking about what's here right now, so my brain's not like connecting with
Yeah. There.
the other pig. So the girls are probably more average size of what I guess Kuni Coons are, but so anyway, that's as far as when you're butchering them, you don't. It's not like a 300-pound pig that you take to butcher. They're not usually that
you
big.
You can do them yourself.
It takes about 18 months for them to get fully grown. And there is a real big difference we found between the 1 year and the 18 months. Because when we got these guys, I think they were a year old. They were tiny. The girls were tiny.
Yeah. The
And then-
girls were just coming of age to get bred.
Right. He was his size.
Yeah, he was
because he's like
he was like 2.
Yeah, so he's like 3 now.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna ever get any bigger unless he was to get fatter.
Yeah. I don't
But
think
the
get fed
girls-
anytime soon.
The girls, so when Kira left, like over winter, they like grew so much. So that last 6 months is a really big deal, I think. on
Yeah.
them.
Like when we got
As
them.
far
they
as
were-
if you're thinking about butchering.
Yeah, when we got them, they came up to like a
They were tiny. I need to go back and find the video and compare them. Compare them at the ages that they were, because it's really kind of amazing. Colleen says, my Buellfield chickers do much better in the cold weather also. All the chickpeas are unhappy with this heat. Yeah, the heat. So mine are not doing bad. They are in full shade all the time with the trees over the coop. The rabbits hate the heat. They don't do well at all in it. So I'm going to have to, because my goal is to build rabbit pens over my raised beds, and then they can overwinter in there. We can put a greenhouse cover on them, and they can just be in those beds and leaving manure and all of that kind of stuff. And the kid noise in the background, yeah. He's trying to get Justin. He's like reaching through the crate trying to play with Justin, and Justin's like, I'm trying to take a nap. I'm over it. I'm trying to take a nap. So the rabbits have to be in full shade in the summertime. They're just miserable. And in fact, we lost 2 due to heat stroke. And so we picked up a new male. He's adorable. I cannot wait to see what he produces. He's very cute. He is a Rex